Guilty pleasure? For sure. This movie is pretty mediocre, but it's made it onto my yearly watch list, and this is the third year in a row that I've seen it. There's just something about it. It's probably because it's fun to watch Buzz Lightyear stumble around drunk and curse. El Camino Christmas is a Netflix original that came out in 2017, and it initially caught my eye because of Tim Allen's inclusion. I was a huge fan of Home Improvement when I was growing up, and I even liked Last Man Standing. So every time he pops up in a movie, it usually interests me. The fact that I enjoyed the movie was an added bonus. But hang on, don't click away yet. The movie takes place over the course of about 39 hours, and it tells the story of multiple characters who find themselves in an unexpected situation on Christmas Eve. It's a dark crime comedy film, and that's one of the main reasons it really appeals to me. It's a Christmas movie with included genres like that. I really enjoy mashups like that, if that's what you want to call them. Like I said, it features multiple characters. A traveling man searching for some answers, a single mom doing her best to raise her little boy, a convenience store owner, a very pregnant news reporter looking for the next big scoop, played by Jessica Alba, and some pretty dim-witted police officers, played by Dax Shepard, Vincent D'Onofrio, and the guy that played Red on that 70s show. And Tim Allen as basically the town drunk. All of the characters come across as very exaggerated versions of themselves, especially the police officers. The drifter and the single mom are actually pretty down-to-earth characters, and by the end of the movie, Tim Allen's character gets the best character arc, so I guess he was down to earth too. This is the problem with this movie. The cops, especially Dax Shepard, are presented as these pretty moronic characters, and that does provide quite a few laughs. You also have Red as the sheriff, who is initially seen as fairly down-to-earth, but with some fairly effective slow camera reveal that makes it pretty funny, we do find out just how out of touch he actually is, and that was great humor. And then we have Vincent D'Onofrio, who's playing this absolutely vile character, but the performance is excellent. You immediately hate him, and that's because Vincent D'Onofrio is truly a top-tier actor. If that doesn't sound like enough of an eclectic mix, we then get Tim Allen's character. He gets thrown into the mix, and he's presented as this sort of everyday guy, down on his luck, haunted by his past, where his humorous demeanor and sarcastic attitude comes from his past trauma. The problem is that really shouldn't play well with the completely different comedy that we get from the cops, and the critic in me says it doesn't, but personally, for me, I really couldn't come to be bothered by it. And it's really easy to see that his character was obviously given the most attention when the script was being written. I wouldn't at all be surprised if the original concept for this movie and complete idea was just Tim Allen's character and the cops and the situation that they find themselves in. And then when they were done, they realized they probably only had about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes of screen time. And then everything else with the reporter and the single mom were added to sort of pad that out. I mean, that's how it ends up feeling by the end. The sort of janky writing is even more evident in this one scene that really tries to humanize the bad cop. But for me, by that point, I hated him so much, there was nothing the movie could do to get me to sympathize with him. So it's a little obnoxious when it's so obvious that that is what the scene was attempting to do. You've got the other characters in the scene sort of changing their minds and then all of a sudden being nice, but they really shouldn't have been. I can feel myself being a little too nitpicky with this movie. Regardless, that scene always leaves me rolling my eyes, but it leads into a scene of sorrow set to a rendition of Joy to the World that speaks volumes. So it's dark, violent, funny, gritty, a little bit gritty. Let's not get carried away. And it's set during Christmas. That's everything that I need for a holiday favorite. It definitely has lots of moments that make it feel a little sloppy and disjointed, but if you can get past those road bumps, then there is a decent story here. A story that still would have been fine set during any other time of the year, but the fact that it's set during Christmas is what keeps me coming back. As much as I enjoy this one, I can't ignore its flaws, so I'm going to give El Camino Christmas a 7.5 out of 10. With some tighter writing and maybe some more fleshed out characters, this could have been something really special. So what about you guys? Have you seen El Camino Christmas? Like I said, it's a Netflix original, so it's available on Netflix. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about it, if you have seen it, and I will see you all in the next one. El Camino Christmas is a Netflix original that the cops, especially Dax Shepard's character, humorous reveal at how absolutely darn it,